Every once in a while, we have the rare opportunity to recognize someone who has really made a difference in our community. And I can't think of a better person than to have the University of Utah recognize H Simmons. He's a remarkable person of integrity. He's a remarkable person of compassion and mercy.
He grew up in northern Utah, or in Layton.
Grew up on an old horse farm, and there was a lot of work to do.
His father and mother were remarkable people that taught Harris well.
My dad was a banker, and I really learned the banking business at the dinner table. When I was growing up, Zions Bank was something of a family business.
When he was 12 and the family was talking about banking around the dinner table, that's when he knew he was going to be a banker.
My dad, a couple of days after I turned 16, he brought me down and put me to work filing canceled checks.
He received his degree in economics at the university, and then he went on to get his MBA from Harvard.
He and his 3 brothers all went to Harvard Business School. When his dad was at his oldest brother's graduation from Harvard Business School, he sent a postcard to Harris saying, "I'll see you here on such and such a date, on such and such a year." And that's when Harris decided, I've got to go to Harvard.
After I graduated from business school, I went down to Houston and worked for a great bank down in Houston for a little period of time before I came back here to Salt Lake and to Zions.
In addition to working as a banker or in banks, he spent one day picking either cherries or apples.
I decided actually working behind a desk was probably the better course for me.
He has been a part of Zions Bank. He's been in the shadow of Zions Bank for his whole life.
I became the chief financial officer of the company when I was 27 years old. There were a lot of late nights doing a lot of homework on whatever I was going to be dealing with the next day. It was a great learning experience.
Not only is he a genius in business, but he's a builder, and I think that's what banking is about.
They love, customers, helping people, help businesses, helping grow the economy.
I work in an industry that I really care about and I love. It's a business that allows you to figure out how you can help people.
When Harris's father bought Zions Bank, there were 3 branches. The 3 branches had a total assets of about $100 million. Today there are 500 or so branches in Zions Bancorporation system, almost $60 billion worth of operations, and physical branch sites in Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, and Texas.
So it's become one of the really great banking organizations in the Western United States.
It's an organization that has a huge footprint, and it's an organization that has really been built by H Simmons.
I kind of lived my life backwards. I mean, the first 20 years of my career, I was working like crazy.
He essentially worked every single day, including Christmas, for I don't know how many years.
Harris met Amanda when he was working on an initiative that would provide a tax for zoo arts and parks. And Amanda was working with the Utah Arts Council.
She came into my office one day for a meeting on this, and we were engaged about 3 months later.
I walked in, I was available, he was available, and it just made sense to both of us.
When Amanda came along, all of my priorities shifted.
And they now are parents of 4 children and are just pillars in the community.
She's been just a fabulous partner.
He's a great dad, and he has a wonderful calming influence in our home.
My favorite thing in the world is to be with my kids.
What really makes Harris unique is not just his business acumen, but it's that he's a great humanitarian.
He has raised a lot of money for the homeless population.
He's always there to reach out and to help.
He loves to be a Utahn. He loves this city. He loves this community.
25 years ago, he came up with a program called Paint-a-thon. And each year, in the month of June, we take a week And after work, about 3,500 employees and family members gather together and paint homes throughout Utah and Idaho.
We fixed up and painted about just over 1,000 homes, and it's been a great deal of fun.
Harris has been there every year for 25 years.
He is just grateful for his life, and he's grateful for everyone and everything that made it possible for him to be here and do what he does.